It's just been one of those days. Sometimes you just can't do anything right. And that's what this is today.
Oh, man. Hey, everybody.
You have to manually switch us over because that's just...
Oh, my gosh.
It's down
okay.
again. So we've just been having issues. So we use everybody Stream Deck. We're not affiliated in any way, but we do use Stream Deck. So for those of you that don't know what Stream Deck is, it's basically a button. It's a soundboard.
Yeah.
/ video board / everything. So that's how over here I can control when we switch over to scenes, when we have sound effects, etc., etc. It's just one punch buttons. It's just not working. They did a recent update and it's broken.
Yeah, who cares?
They broke it.
So now we're manual. So welcome everybody to the That's how the sausage is made, baby. Welcome to the XoneBros. This is podcast number 189. We are so grateful that you have chosen to take time out of your day to join us, or to let us join you in your car ride home, your jog at the gym.
Yeah.
When you're trying to tune out the wife yelling at you for not picking up your clothes. We're glad we could be in your ear here, everybody.
Yeah, it's very intimate.
It is a very intimate time. As always, I'm joined by the bros, the XoneBros. First and foremost, it's Mr. McSpicy, Mark Haywood. He's kind of our technical guru here.
Yeah.
And as a technical guru, Mr. McSpicy,
yeah.
Clay Lane writes in and wants to know, is the TCL 49-inch HDR TV worth buying? Please give me your true thoughts. Mr. McSpicy, go.
Yeah, that's the Roku TV. The 49-inch, I actually own that one. I believe I have the C version. I also have the P model, the C and the P.
The C and the P.
The C and the P. I have both models. I use the 49-inch for my PC workflow. It actually works really well with video editing and stuff. It's fantastic for that. I use the other one for gaming. I would say the TCL model, I think I mentioned this in the show a couple weeks ago when we got excited about seeing HDR for the first time.
It blows my mind.
Yeah. That TV, the let's say the lowest model TCL 49-inch TV, I got it for $350 at Costco.
Yes.
I would say that is your 90% TV. And what I mean by that, and other listeners probably remember this, is if you only want 90% power, but only want to pay a tenth of the price, that's a great option.
TV to get.
It's awesome. The HDR looks fantastic. It's a great gaming TV because it's got a lot. It's low latency.
It's one of the highest ranked gaming low price mid range TVs.
Yeah. So if you want if you want to get the prettiness without the perfectness, it's your 90% TV. If you want to spend another $1,500 on top of that, maybe it looks better, maybe it doesn't. It depends on how calibrated your eye would be. Then you can definitely go on the higher version. But I love that TV.
I'll tell you what TVs I am enjoying thoroughly every time I go to the store is the OLED LG. LG, I think, has the nicest televisions at the moment. It used to be Samsung, and Samsung still has some beautiful TVs. But right now, the eye popper, LG, man. LG is blowing my mind. I can't afford it, but they're nice. They're very nice.
Yeah. So I would say, even if there's a Costco near you or anything like that, go take a look. And it's interesting to actually compare the TCL versus other TVs, because sometimes it looks better. Like it depends on what you're comparing it against, but it's definitely a contender.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Great question, though. And there's a lot of people right now, especially with the holiday season, looking to jump into the 4K television scene. I am one of those. So, Mr. McSpicy, that opinion is appreciated. Next, it's Jordan the Man, Jordan Paskett. Jordan, you're wearing your E3 2017 t-shirt.
Yes, I am.
Let me ask you this. Now that we are months removed from E3, what was the most memorable unveiling / presentation at E3? Instinctually, what's at top of your head? Go.
Anthem.
Oh,
probably Anthem. Yeah.
See that? That means it was Anthem.
That was a good one.
I remember looking how weird Mario looked against real people.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Because he was walking on the streets with normal people.
That's up for game of the year, game of the century. I mean, that's up for
really
one of the top played games. Last but not least, I am X1. We are the XoneBros. For those of you watching live, if you haven't watched us live, come over, mixer.com/X1Bros. Come and join us. It's a good time. We stream Monday through Friday. Every morning we're there. Mr. McSpicy jumps in with some bonus streams every once in a while. He did Overwatch last night.
Yeah, I did.
Right,
I did. And when I play, I go, now this is why I'm choosing Roadhog at this moment, because Roadhog
Professor Spicy
is a very fun character to play. He's kind of a playmaker, if you will, and he really pisses off the other team, and I appreciate players or characters.
That's a good sounding voice.
That piss off the other team.
I appreciate when those guys just come down. When they come at you, you hit them. You hit them hard. You don't even think about it, man. It's like a football coach right there.
Yeah.
You just hit that right trigger. You think about that right trigger, you're gonna lose. You go in full blast with that right trigger.
You do it without thinking. You use that anger that's within you, and you hit.
Let me tell you why you pick Roadhog. Because Roadhog's got a lot of fat, and that fat blocks those bullets like it's 1999. Okay.
Well, how I play Overwatch is, hey, that character really pisses me off. I better play as him because he'll piss other people off.
That is so funny. For those of you watching live anyways, Graphic Killer in chat mentioned we have a Christmas tree up. We have a little Charlie Brown Christmas tree. It's on the desk. We've got some candles. We're trying to get festive. It's in the mood. We've been decorating our Minecraft realm. Why not decorate our desk that we podcast on? And Graphic Killer said, the community should send in Christmas ornaments for our Charlie Brown tree. And I think that's a great idea. If you'd like to send in Christmas ornaments, it's P.O. Box 1984.
No, just 984.
984.
George Orwell.
George Orwell, 1984. P.O. Box 984, Farmington, Utah, 84025. That's P.O. Box. Write this down, kids. That's P.O. Box 984. Farmington, Utah.
That's actually a real address.
84025.
He's not just making this up.
No, yeah, please. We would love to get gaming ornaments.
I even have a key to
Christmas.
that box.
Any Christmas gaming stuff that you'd like, so we could get festive and get in the mood. Please, free Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, anything. Send it our way. We'll take it. We'll put it up live on stream. It'll be super fun. At first, I've psychologically trained myself to read chat, and I almost just read chat there.
Oh yeah, because you're stream. yeah, no kidding.
Mr. McSpicy, what did you play this week?
Oh,
besides Overwatch, clearly, what got you back into the Overwatch phase? I feel like that's really been your cup of tea lately.
Yeah, and I hadn't played for like 3 months of that game too. I don't know what it is. Sometimes you just need a concubine, a harlot to go back to, Maybe Overwatch is my ex-girlfriend. I don't know what it is. But I'll be sitting there and I'll be like, yeah, Overwatch is pretty hot.
You remember the good times?
Yeah.
Grass is greener and you go and...
No, I mean, Moira came out, a new character that I can't figure out how to play against her. I think Blizzard did what they normally do with like Heroes of the Storm. They made a character significantly overpowered.
Yep.
To get people excited, to get people to play the new character. I sense that they are going to nerf the snot out of her. I really do. But anyway, so a new character, and Overwatch is just, sometimes I want a game for only 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And Overwatch, I can get 2 games in that time. It's just I just want a game for 20 minutes and then go do something else. So and then it's like a drug. I mean, really, it's like I touch it and then I have to go back to it again and again and again. So that's why
we all have that in our lives. That game that does that for us. Jordan, what anything exciting, anything new that's happening in the world of Jordan the Man, gaming wise?
Yeah. Well, okay. I didn't get to play much games this week.
Okay.
Because I started rewatching Battlestar Galactica.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why? What made you decide to do that?
Because I was
ready for this. I've never seen Battlestar Galactica.
I told him
old
that
one
too.
or new one. Oh, I guess you've never seen it, so you don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
But which one haven't you seen, David?
Yeah.
All of them.
Okay. No, I hear
it's good. I hear very good things. Okay, where does
okay, so the old one is your typical 80s sci-fi, right? I mean, it's got its place, but the new one is really good. It's fracking good.
Fracking good.
Yeah.
Frack that.
Yeah.
Well, because they use that term in the show.
Yeah. Where does it compare? Firefly, Battlestar Galactica.
I think I probably like Battlestar Galactica better.
Bears?
Well, probably because there's more.
Okay.
Of Battlestar Galactica. Firefly only it's like a drop in the pond.
Firefly is fantastic. So you saying that right now makes me really want to go check out Battlestar Galactica.
Good. But in between watching all those hour-long episodes, I was able to play Fortnite a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And I like Fortnite.
Very nice.
I was able to play Overwatch with Mr. McSpicy one night.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Do you want to tell them about the incident?
Oh, that you
there-
could tell.
there was an incident.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, that's one of the funniest.
We were
things I've
that
ever
was
done.
that was fun. You could tell. You tell the story really good.
Well, I gotta make a short version of this story.
Wait, when did this was this last night?
it was last week.
Last week? Okay.
yeah.
Let's hear about
It's the funniest thing I've ever done.
Yeah,
Totally.
was
I did it
funny.
on accident, but it was really funny. For those that, how do I explain this for those that haven't played Overwatch? Okay, there's a character that blows herself up and kills everybody.
Okay.
as an ultimate.
As an ultimate.
Nuke.
If you hide from that, you'll survive. Reinhardt has a big shield, and he hides behind a shield. Well, you can hide behind Reinhardt's big shield and stay alive through that explosion.
Yeah.
Okay. It's an overtime. The match is almost ended. We're like
You're
10,
literally 10 meters away.
10
from
meters
the-
away from winning, pushing it forward. The character that blows herself up launches itself, and plenty of time, everyone hides behind Reinhardt. He's posted up, and
He
you can
even said, "Get behind me."
Get behind me. This is the audio cue. And so my whole team is behind Reinhardt, and they're ready. They're going to survive, and they're going to win this match. I'm a Mei. So I'm a character that can create an ice wall.
Okay.
She's a really trolly character if you don't play her correctly.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm watching that, and I'm staring at Jordan was there. He saw the whole thing. And I'm like thinking in my head, I'll save him too. What I ended up doing is I launched Reinhardt up and then made it go away. And then the whole team got killed that fast. And then the game was over and we lost.
Did you get angry messages sent to
I
you?
single-handedly
Yeah,
screwed
you
over my whole
single-handedly
team.
lost the game.
But I was trying to do something good. I was like, it was funny. It was funny.
Did you get angry messages where people were
I got a lot of thank you emotes in the thanks, the thumbs up from the dead bodies.
Sarcastic.
It was so funny. It was one of the funniest things I've ever done because I totally screwed over my team.
Yeah. So I got to play that with Mark. I played a little bit of Assassin's Creed, and then to end off the week, I played Forza 7 with David.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And-
we jumped into some Forza.
and you
7.
were impressed.
I was impressed. I will
Because
say.
you're like, holy crap, how can Jordan set
So,
these settings and
okay.
still be good at this game?
Okay, shut up. Hold on. Let me tell you. Let me tell you how this works. So as you know, we've been talking trash and going back and forth here in Forza 7. Put down your phone. And so I jump in and I say, Jordan, no problem. Leave your settings on. So he has all the assists on standard. That
Well,
comes
not all
standard
the
with game.
assists. You know,
He's basically playing bowling with the bumpers.
No, I was playing medium difficulty. If you want,
Yeah,
Okay,
he
so
was
he
like,
has the
there's
right
easy,
side up.
medium, and hard. Right?
So you
David was
just-
on hard, and I was on medium at the time.
so he doesn't. And I think, oh, I'll destroy him, whatever. So I don't. Basically, that's what it comes down to. I don't. I'm close behind him, though. I give myself that credit. He did very good. Jordan did very good job on those courses.
4
I'm
times in a
not
row.
as good as I thought I was. Then I say, okay, switch over to my settings.
Didn't you find out that you can force the
Oh
settings?
yeah. Also, I
that
found
was-
this
that
out in
was actually
multiplayer.
pretty
You can
cool.
force settings. I didn't know that because we've done community plays, we've done multiplayer, and everybody's been on different settings. You can force everybody to be on the same
Yeah.
setting, so that's good to know.
So if someone's never played before, you can just force them to.
Here, just
do
force
that.
them to be
over.
on.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then Jordan switches to mine, and it's game over, lights out.
Didn't I
there's
win
just
the
no
first round
competition.
after switching on Daytona?
Oh yeah. So I give him Daytona, which you literally just press right trigger and go in a circle.
I still won.
And after that,
just lean to
because
the left.
because the thing that takes getting used to is, and Jordan can attest to this, no driving lines.
Yeah, so
No
that
driving
one's
lines.
hard, and your
Stability control.
Stability control is where
Yeah.
you that one. I lost it on that one.
Yeah. But you, Jordan, you tell me, because I've said this before, and a lot of people who are into this game in the community can attest to this as well. But Jordan, you have firsthand experience now with the assists off, with driving lines off. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. I thought it was much more fun, and you did beat me the next 3 rounds after we had. So we're tied right now. I think we're tied 4-4.
Probably. I think you're right. Yes.
So, but yeah, no, but it was fun because I did it in Forza 6 for a little while. Like I turned on the shifting and stuff, so I was somewhat used to the X and B and stuff. But it was a lot of fun. The turning lines are hard.
Well, what I like about I
And
think taking the turning line.
it's the friction that really gets you
Well,
because
the
you think like
stability
I
control.
can just drift this and you can't.
No, what I think makes the game more immersive by taking off the driving lines is it because when you're driving with the driving lines, that's all you're looking at is those lines. When's it turning red? When's it turning yellow? When's it turning green? So you're not really learning the course. It's when you have it off, you pay so much more attention and you really get a feel for the course. It's this weird psychological thing that takes the immersiveness to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
It's really
because you
fun,
don't know
though.
when to like start slowing down. You know.
Yeah, you really don't. So Jordan, after that, you're going to be jumping into Forza 7 this week, doing the Forzathon. Forzathon is back.
Yeah, I actually because I haven't done the Forzathon in the new game yet, and you showed me the changes they made, and it actually is more of a thing now.
Challenge.
I guess. Yeah, there you go, challenge. Yeah, because
That's
you
the
actually
word.
have to complete one section. There's 4 sections total, right? And you have to complete them all to get your Forzathon stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of fun with Forza. It's a good game, and it looks fantastic.
Yeah, do you think
On
that
the
there's
Xbox One X.
similarities in other games? Mr. Sir McAwesome just brought up a good point. He says he thinks the same thing happens with the minimap in a lot of games, that you become dependent on the minimap, so you're not really learning
I think
the
so.
map
Yeah.
necessarily. Can you think of another game where having a minimap on or a certain assist kind of takes away the immersion?
Yeah, Skyrim. You can remove the HUD, and it becomes way more immersive.
Really? See, I don't
Way
think I've
more.
ever
You got to
removed
read
the
those
HUD.
road signs.
No, because you remove your health, you remove everything on there, and it becomes survival.
Yeah.
And when you don't know how much health you have, when you don't know anything like that, how much mana you're using or anything, you can have it just show that, and you can actually just remove everything. The game becomes way more fun.
Really? See,
Yeah.
I've never tried that. See, that sounds intimidating to me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, you're in a world. You're in a tough world
With
In a
dragons.
world that will eat you
with
up.
with dragons.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Really? That's cool. Skyrim, I'm going to have to do that.
Yeah, do it. It's way fun. It's very it changes the experience entirely.
Do you think
Does
it change the experience because it's more challenging, or does it change the experience because it's just you and the game, no distractions?
Immersive.
What changes it then?
It makes it more immersive. You can actually see yourself as this character a lot more than when you have all the little bells and whistles all over the screen. And you have the on the upper side, you have like the compass. I don't know what it is, where it shows where.
Yeah, it's the line. It's the flat line compass.
Yeah, you can remove the HUD, and it becomes
It's a combination of
when
both.
they say
then,
go
'cause
north, you actually have to like, okay, north is
yeah,
that way.
and then you memorize where things are a lot more.
I
Yeah.
like that. I like that a lot.
No, yeah, it makes the game way more fun. You can buy it on this. It's not out on Switch yet, is it?
Skyrim is, yeah.
Skyrim is.
It is, yeah.
Man, why haven't I bought that
I
yet?
don't know.
I bought it on every system except the Switch.
I know that game probably has been. I would be curious at what game has been purchased the most. Let's say in the last 10 years
Grand Theft Auto 5
on multiple systems.
Oh, wait, no, yeah, because I have Grand Theft Auto 5 on 2 systems.
One owner on multiple
3
systems.
systems.
I don't know.
have 3
I don't even
systems.
know if they can look at that. And I bet you it's Skyrim. If it's not Skyrim, Skyrim's got to be top 2,
Yeah.
top 3, easy.
Well, because they came out with the standard, then they came out with like the deluxe edition, and I'm like, I gotta have that.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just do that to me with a game like that. And then I got it on the PC, and then I got it on. I think I originally played it on my PlayStation. I think I did. I think that was one of my PlayStation games. And then now I have it on 3 systems right now. I need to get it on the Switch. I have to.
And you get the Zelda stuff on the Switch.
Yeah, because I had a niece break my Zelda disc. Did you hear about that?
Oh
No.
yeah.
Oh man, tell me about this story.
Dude, that's why you gotta get. That's why you gotta
the-
get it for the Switch. 'cause they got
cartridge?
That
No, the disc for the because I got this game. I got it on the Wii U originally. I played it on the Wii U.
Oh, that's right.
This cute little niece that I have, 3 years old, says, "Hey, I found this for you," and it was in 2 pieces, and it was the
Oh,
pretty sad. And you can't get mad because it's the cutest thing in the world. And it's just like,
but it gives you an excuse to purchase it on the Switch.
yeah,
Yeah, and
It
it's
does.
got that safety poison on it, so that stuff can't happen.
that's true. The problem is I had already put in so many hours into
Yeah.
that game.
Can you
and I
move
was-
over your save file?
No.
No.
Oh,
No, you
that
cannot.
messy. That sucks. Now that part sucks.
Yeah, that's a kick in the balls.
Well, it's a whole new adventure for you right there.
I know I can start over and I can do the hard mode stuff, and
So,
I still haven't gotten it yet. but-
Back to when we raced via
Forza
7. Jordan is the ultimate troll without realizing that he's the ultimate troll. He took a picture to prove that his settings were correct and tweeted it out at me. Instead of just texting it to me
Kind of
privately.
light the fire, you know.
He
Just so
tweeted it out.
I
Publicly.
wanted the world to know that we were going at it.
the ultimate troll.
publicly out, yeah, you publicly harassed you.
Yeah, like that's good stuff, man. That is high. That's high quality
I'm
stuff.
surprised you didn't tweet back. You're usually very good with your comebacks.
Maybe
you
was
just weren't
at
feeling
a
it that
loss.
night.
I was just at a loss. I wasn't expecting to be trolled by Jordan.
The jerk store called. They're all out of you.
That's funny because you're their bestseller. Community plays twice a month. We've upped them to twice a month. They are a good time. This month, it is Battlefront 2. on December 2nd. That is this upcoming Saturday. They happen at noon Eastern. The second one is December 16th, and that is going to be Battlefield 1. If you have either of those games and you want to join us and have fun, just come join us. We will have an open party. Feel free to jump in. Feel free to just click on my name, if Mr. McSpicy is there, his name, and just join the game. You don't have to be in our party if you don't feel like chatting or if you're unable to chat. It's just a fun time to get together and play games, and they are a blast. So this Saturday, Battlefront 2, and then Saturday, December 16th, is Battlefield 1. I have been playing a ton of Minecraft.
Yes, you have.
Winter Wonderland.
So
Yeah. So what is explain it?
Winter Wonderland.
Yeah,
I saw it.
It's Christmas. It's magical.
Yeah.
We're doing, I believe Undead Care Bear did a giant Christmas tree in the middle of a lake.
Yeah.
With Christmas lights downtown. I forget who it was, but someone, maybe, I think it was Bama Shocks, I think, that did a Christmas tree right downtown with cool Christmas lights, colored glass, and candles on it everywhere. Candy canes are being put around. I'm putting special blue candy canes over by my place because blue is my banner.
Oh,
That's what I'm going for, yeah.
Okay.
We got candy canes. We got snow, i.e. white wool. We've got snowmen wandering around.
Yeah, they're just walking around.
Where did those? Is that an update or something?
No,
or?
so that is you put together 2 blocks of snow and a jack-o'-lantern on top, and it turns them alive, and then they walk around and they kill mobs for you. I've created.
They kill mobs.
They kill mobs, yeah.
Oh
So they're
my
walking. They're
gosh.
walking around everywhere. We've got it's just Christmas galore. Then let me tell you, if you haven't jumped in fact, right before the show, Jordan and I was like, Jordan, let me show you what Minecraft had. I'm pretty sure I kicked someone out because it's a 10-person max, and there was 9 other people.
And you're the admin.
And I'm the admin, so when I jump on, I'm sure someone got booted, so I apologize. But Troubledore's place, right next to my mansion.
Yeah.
Now he was out there when it was no man's land.
Yeah.
And he created his place. He put lava around it, which at the time kept zombies away. Yes. But as it got developed, it became a safety hazard. So OSHA came in and fined him, and we got rid of that right away.
Yeah.
Then his place got blown up by creepers, and he's not logged on, so it's just been a shack. As Free Radical in the community says, it's a place where teenagers go to do drugs and make out. And so it's really the community got together and we condemned Troubledore's place.
Did you make it into a park?
Yes, we demolished it. It's the XoneBros Realm Revitalization Project. Revitalizing downtown, kicking out all the homeless people. So that's been the big project. We're making a central park. We've lined it with trees. We just logged in this morning, and somebody literally created, I think it was Bama Shocks that was working on it, literally created a playground. And it is awesome.
So great.
There's lots of flowers, plants, trees, all out there. Oh, then I went to go. A complaint was filed with the city board. Yeah. Then I went to go and collect plants for Central Park.
Okay.
So I went out.
I know a good place where there's a lot of plants.
I went out to the middle of nowhere, and I'm like, whoa, look at all these wild flowers. Yeah, this is awesome. And I'm just taking them up, and then I come up, and like all of them are gone. There used to be hundreds there, and I'm just scooping them up.
Yeah.
And I come up to this sign, and it says, Wildflower Way, Wildflower Conservation or something. Please don't remove. And I'm like, and I'm like looking around, and so I just run away.
Yeah.
I'm the guy at the national park.
Well, that's funny because this is your world. It really is. You are the namesake of this world. I honestly just consider it's taxes or whatever.
I'm like the guy at the national park at like Yellowstone, who when it says "Don't feed the bears," feeds the bear. And just looks around, Don't take the lava rocks home with you, and I'm just loading my bag up with lava rocks. Anyways, it's a good time. Come join us on the Minecraft realm. You have to be in Discord to do it, so also come join us in Discord if you like connecting with other people. Super fun time.
Better not. Silence 42 in chat says better not complain too much. Jordan will wall you off and raise your taxes and take your emergency services away.
That is absolutely true. Anyways, it's a super fun time. Come join us in the Minecraft realm. If you want to connect with other gamers, the Minecraft realm is a great place to do it. But Discord is the ultimate place to do that. Come join us on Discord, XoneBros.com, and click on the Discord icon there, and it will load you right up. I have it on my phone. It's my most used app, easily, and it's just a great way. I've made so many friends from the community through Discord. It is that time of month. It is the first podcast of the month, which means it's time to do our drawing.
Oh, yeah.
Can we get some clap sound effects ready here, Mr. McSpicy?
I will clap.
We'll just clap. Well, manual. This will be a manual clap here.
Because everything's broken today. So
manual clap. So this month's winner, every month, if you donate to our Patreon page, if you want to support the show, that's how you can help support us, donating, pledging to our Patreon campaign. every month we give away a game. This month's winner gets to choose between Shadow of War, Assassin's Creed, and Call of Duty World War II. Jordan, which one would you pick if you were the winner?
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed. Mr. McSpicy, which one would you pick? Shadow of War, Call of Duty, or Assassin's Creed? If you won today.
It's a toss-up between Shadow of War and Assassin's Creed.
Ooh,
I would probably... I'm leaning towards Assassin's Creed a little bit.
Oh, that's 2 Assassin's Creeds right there.
Yeah, but I mean, Lord of the Rings and that game's really good, and you have more abilities than you could imagine in that game.
And the winner,
it's fun.
And the winner of this month's drawing is the one and only Addison Eby. Addison, come on down. Yes! Congratulations. Thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate it. We will be sending you an email shortly with, asking you what game you want. There, next month's winner of our Patreon drawing gets to choose between the games Battlefront 2.
Oh, that's nice.
WWE 2K18.
Oh, yeah,
that's a good
time.
time.
Yeah, that's a fun time.
And PUBG.
Oh, that's dirty.
Ooh, that's
Which
good.
one would we pick, Jordan?
I'd
Probably.
PUBG for me because I have Star Wars
Yeah, I have Star Wars too, so I'll go PUBG.
and PUBG. I mean,
There's a lot of
wrestling
cool
wrestling
stuff
would be a
about
good
PUBG.
time. That would be fun.
Yeah.
I don't know, but no, that's probably what I.
Anyways, if you'd like to be eligible for the drawing, just head over to Patreon, support the show, support Positive Gaming, help us grow. We've been growing a lot lately, and it's been fantastic, and we really appreciate all the support. We want to do this full time. If everybody just donated $1, we would be able to do it and spread our message of positive gaming throughout the world, have a bigger influence, like we're having
right now.
Wait,
what?
why are we talking?
Wait.
I keep pausing, and I don't know why I'm talking like that.
I'm just trying to find some files for you.
Oh, thank you very much.
So
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I
so
appreciate
don't talk to me because I could have had clapping come up, but you asked me a question and totally threw me off. I'm
Okay.
not a multitasker.
And that brings us, without sound effects, to the next portion of our show, the news. Jordan, tell us what is happening in the world that is Xbox One this week.
Some good stuff.
Yes.
So, okay, so PUBG. If
PUBG.
you win next month, this would be a good one to pick because, first of all, it comes out on the Xbox next month, which
Yes.
is great. Player Unknown himself was asked,
the
"Hey,
man himself.
how is it going to? How is the Xbox version going to compare to the PC version?" And he said,
His
"Quote,
answer?
pretty much the same," which is a good.
That is a good thing.
That's good because why not, right?
Why not?
So also, check this out.
There will be no difference.
No, well, I mean, there'll be nuanced differences, right? Check this out. On Xbox One X,
Okay.
he said 60 frames per second definitely on Xbox One
yes.
X. Yeah.
awesome.
He also said that on standard Xbox, so the One S and the standard Xbox, he says they might have to limit it at 30.
Yeah.
But right now, he said last time he saw, it was running between 30 and 40. And he basically went on to say he's excited to bring it to the preview program, and he's just excited for console because console's hardware is locked, so you can really optimize it, not have to worry about it changing and all that stuff.
Oh.
So the goal is on both Xbox versions, One X and Xbox One X, to get it to 60 frames per second. And he said,
This is PUBG, Player Unknown Battlegrounds.
He said that he's pretty confident that even on the base Xbox, they can get it up to 60.
Wow.
So
Cool.
Is this a day one purchase for all of us?
I'll probably be getting it. Now, what'll be interesting about this, though,
Okay.
is he actually also went on to say that he says in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, he doesn't think frame rate is as important as other games because of the way PlayerUnknown's Battleground plays.
Really?
Yeah, he said.
That's
he says
interesting.
he basically said he doesn't feel that it's important. It's as important as in like a twitchy shooter.
Yeah.
And probably because Battlegrounds is a little bit slower paced, but I'm just excited that Xbox One X gets 60 frames for sure.
Yeah.
And then he's pretty confident that the base
They can
Xbox
get it in the
can get
on
they can
all-
get it
all-
at that
all
ballpark.
versions.
Yeah. So we won't know for sure until later. And I mean, don't be worried if it's not released on day one on the game preview on the base Xbox because they'll optimize it and stuff.
Yeah.
But yes, I will be getting it day one.
Day one. Mr. McSpicy, is this a day one purchase for you? Now, Battle Royale is your cup of tea.
Yeah, it's so much fun. Probably. It'll probably be. I don't know. Budget, the budget, you got to figure out, what games you can get.
So I don't know PUBG that much because I've never played it. I've just watched.
I'm going to get it.
I've just watched people play it. I've watched Jono play it. I've watched the tournament that existed, and those were teams and then 1v1. But what are all the modes in PUBG? Will there be a mode that many of us could play on. Can you do private? Do we know? Will we be able to set up a
Fortnite
community private server and do a community play
match.
that way? Private matches with 100 people.
Well, they have to because they do tournaments.
True. They have to have
unless they set up a specific tournament server, which is very possible. Blizzard's known to do that too for events.
That's how they get the names on the guns.
Yeah. I don't know. Have you ever tried it?
I've never tried it in PUBG, but
yeah,
wouldn't surprise me if you could.
Yeah.
That's a sweet feature. Now there's where some really fun community plays will come into play if you could do that.
We're not done yet with PUBG.
Oh, we've got more.
Yeah. So Green, which is the PlayerUnknown's last name in real life, his real name. He wants to the Xbox One X version. He wants to use 4K assets.
Okay.
But he's not sure if this would be possible because he basically said that the 4K assets don't exist yet. They need to work on it. They have to create that. But a lot of cool stuff for the future of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. Another cool feature, which I really, really like, is a new map was teased.
Ooh.
Which I think in these games,
multiple maps
is really cool. Different, maybe smaller maps without vehicles, different things. And I wonder if they came out with this new map because Fortnite's map is smaller, no vehicles. Maybe they thought they can compete. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if they saw that and said, hey, that's actually not bad.
And have different versions.
Versions. So this one is a desert-themed map. So completely different scenery. Really cool.
So I was talking to John O'Man. For those of you new to the community, John O'Man is our little brother, and he is very much into Fortnite. He's very much into PUBG. He's very good at these types of games. Rainbow Six. Siege.
You want him on your team.
You want him on your team. This is his cup of tea. I was talking to him, and I said, which one does he prefer? Right now, he prefers Fortnite, just because of the gunplay. He's obviously getting PUBG and is going to jump into it. And I said, which one do you think will be more popular? And he says, he brought up this point that I never thought about, and it's super obvious. I don't know why I didn't think about it, but he said, well, it's going to be interesting because Fortnite has what, 1 million people, 2 million people right now active playing it.
Yeah.
But it's a free to play game.
Yeah.
PUBG is not. So there's that aspect, which is interesting.
Well, that gives the edge to Fortnite because
as far as numbers.
Yeah.
As far as numbers.
When
barrier to entry.
You know what I mean?
It's going to be interesting though to see. I think PUBG will remain king just because I have yet to see Fortnite. Fortnite's just not as presentable right now. PUBG is so much fun to watch. So much fun to watch.
Yeah.
Fortnite, I don't think is as fun to watch. It might be funner to play or quicker to play, or have advantages in other aspects.
I still think it's fun to watch.
Do you think it's as fun to watch as PUBG?
See, with PUBG, they have the whole. They can float around, see things.
Yeah.
It's much more esport friendly.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
For sure. But Fortnite is still. I guess it depends on the streamer, but it's still. I think it's a great. That just style of game breeds good streamership.
I mean, no, it's not. Let me rephrase that. Fortnite's not bad to watch. I just find PUBG a little bit more entertaining because of the presentation. You can watch like you're watching a football game.
Yeah, that's good. So whatever. I don't know. I give the edge to Fortnite right now just because it's free and you'll get a much bigger crowd.
Yeah,
but PUBG is really good.
Very, very soon we'll be able to play it on the Xbox One. So to sum up, 60 frames on Xbox One X, 30 on Xbox One for now, but he has great faith that they'll hit 60 on both consoles. You got a new map coming. Oh, the new map won't be out at launch, by the way. Well, sorry, at game preview launch.
Yeah.
They just teased it. Hopefully, hopefully we'll get it soon. But they got a new map tease, which will be fun. And then also he said, quote, Xbox is synonymous with gaming, and he's very excited for PUBG to come to the console. So it's kind of fun. It's fun when they get excited because then I get excited. So
Final Fantasy has some big news. This is right
Final Fantasy 2018 is a big year for Final Fantasy because it's its anniversary.
Oh, anniversary time!
Very, very cool. So
what anniversary? How old?
I think it's its 20th.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a decent number. 2 decades.
I think so.
Wait, so that would put me
14 years, 15 years.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I just did some math in my head how young I was.
I think Final Fantasy is older than that.
20 years?
Yeah, it's older than 20 years.
Because Final Fantasy
I bet you it's got to be about 25 years.
30 years.
30 years,
okay,
yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah,
sorry.
Because it was on the original Nintendo. And the original Nintendo came out way before you were 15.
Yeah. Yeah, come on, Jordan.
Sorry, my bad.
You have one job.
So anyway, so it was teased that there will there's multiple new titles in 2018. Now, whether that is handheld games, different platform games, different stuff like that, we don't know, right? But if you're a Final Fantasy fan, next year's going to be a big year. You got multiple games coming out, turning 30 years old, right? Which is pretty big. Also, you just got the DLC for Final Fantasy 15 last week, the Comrades DLC, and you got the Ignis DLC next week. So it's going to be Final Fantasy from next week through next year.
Oh, man.
Going to be a good time.
That's a game that I'm looking at. So, ready for this. I have Christmas break coming up. I work at a college, so I get 2 weeks off, basically, where I don't have to do anything, and it's glorious.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at certain games to catch up on.
Yeah.
And Final Fantasy's right there for me.
It's good. It's fun. I haven't finished it either. I don't even know where I am. I haven't touched it for so long.
Yeah, I
got to.
I've got so many.
If just for the camaraderie.
For the new Comrades pack.
Yeah.
And they do a really good job of living world events. Don't they? They have the
time
the festival.
It's kind of similar to they had like they had the Chocobo Festival, which was hilarious because you can it's just you going to a fair and doing stuff you'd normally do at a fair, and it was just the funniest thing ever to take a picture with a stuffed mascot animal.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
And fishing. Isn't there fishing?
There's fishing.
There's going to be VR fishing on the PlayStation.
Yeah. Actually, I believe if you have a PlayStation 4 and PlayStation VR, you can get the Monster Hunter fishing game where it's just all fishing. So very cool. I had some good times fishing in that game.
Where does this rank now? Compare it, because this game, single player, really in depth, really well done, really good storytelling. The other Ultimate one, most recent Ultimate game like this would probably be Witcher 3. How does this compare to Witcher 3?
Oh, they're both good. They're both in the top 3, top 2.
Really?
It's hard to. Honestly, it really just depends on what mood you're in. That's the one that's better at the moment, And
do they give you different? Now, what is it about? Is it just the style?
Oh yeah, they're way
different?
well. I mean, they're both are open world RPGs, but the style of storytelling and. Yeah.
If you like Final Fantasy,
now I will give side quests to The Witcher because their side quests are just fantastic.
Has anybody beaten or come close to side quests as The Witcher? Because that's what Witcher's known for.
I don't know. Final Fantasy has a couple good ones, right? But I don't think they're on. It feels like The Witcher, all of them were good, right? I just went through a side quest on Assassin's Creed 2 side quests actually this week that I actually thought were pretty well done.
Mm-hmm.
Not just kind of fetch quests type thing.
Okay.
No, the next closest game, honestly, the next closest game to have as good a side quest would probably be like World of Warcraft or something like that. You know what I mean?
I heard Assassin's Creed Origins has very good side quests.
I think it's 50-50 right now.
Okay.
I feel like I don't feel like burnt out from just doing side quests because I feel like they're different enough, but they are kind of fetch questy.
Okay.
But you'll come across some good ones where you spend an hour or two going and completing the whole quest. And I did this murder mystery one where I had to go all over the maps and investigate. And I thought it was really good.
One
that was a good side quest.
Another one for good side quests, Chad is telling me, is Shadow of War has amazing side quests. Do any of us have experience doing side quests in Shadow of War?
Well, I haven't played too much of that game.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Jordan? No, I think they're good.
Okay.
The thing about The Witcher, though, I gotta say, is they're unique. They feel like unique side quests.
Well, they're like individual stories.
Individual stories, and they just feel different.
Yeah.
Each one feels different, and you get immersed in those. Whereas every other game I've played, I feel like
you go to a town. Let's take
you gotta go
Guild Wars, for instance.
Get this boat.
It's the same.
Take it to here.
It's the same quest with a different skin.
Get the XP.
Yeah.
That's how it felt. That's how, but Witchers, you just were like, oh my gosh, that guy's a douche.
I don't want to help that guy.
I know.
Well, because you would make decisions and sub decisions in the side quest. And what was so amazing about it is halfway down the road, you'd do something else and someone would mention a side quest that you did. You know what I mean? It was just that game took serious time and thought.
Interesting
to do their, see it,
to do it the way that you do it. Like you would be walking down the street and something would happen that happened way before that you remembered from a quest, and the amount of time something like that where things interweave.
Well, the intricacy of it is just
CD Projekt Red, they
got time on their hands.
Yeah, good job, man. That game goes down in history.
Well, very cool. So Final Fantasy, it's going to be a big year for Final Fantasy. That's super exciting.
Fallout 4 and Skyrim this week have gotten their Xbox One X have received their Xbox One X patches.
Boom, baby.
Which brings 4K resolution. Well, it's for Fallout 4, it brings 4K resolution, enhanced features, dynamic resolution, enhanced draw distance for trees, grass, objects, and NPCs.
Yes. What about Skyrim?
And then the best one.
Okay.
Enhanced God Ray effects.
Oh, we
you need those enhanced God Ray effects.
What is that?
I think it's just like a lighting thing.
But we got to call it God Ray.
They're called God Ray. I don't know exactly what they are. I think it's a lighting thing.
So Skyrim also supports 4K
supports
resolution. 4K? And also dynamic resolution.
And enhanced features. Oh, which include dynamic resolution. No God Rays, though.
Skyrim in 4K, does that really make a difference, do you think?
With the HUD off, yes.
Well, I remember you
because
made...
those textures are not the greatest.
Well, no, they're not. Well, but you can see how not great they are in much clearer vision.
Much more pixels.
Do you think they'll release some of the texture mods then?
Oh, probably, yeah. I mean, there are mods that could make it look really pretty, and I'm sure that the work was done for them. They just had to go probably tighten it up a little bit.
Yeah.
The modding community in that game is what keeps that game alive. It's so good.
Yeah.
So, if you have Fallout 4 or Skyrim Special Edition, and you have an Xbox One X, check out the new... they are now added to your list of Xbox One enhanced titles.
Now I can play them.
Now you can play them again.
Because I'm a snob.
Gears of War Season 2 kicks off. The Pro Circuit is in Dallas, starting off in Dallas this year. So Optic Gaming, I believe, is playing there. I follow
$300,000 prize pool.
Yes, very
One
good.
One day we'll be able to support and sponsor an XoneBros Gears team. And it will be awesome.
Cool.
We'll have cool T-shirts and jerseys. What I want bowling shirts.
Bowling shirts?
Bowling shirts
and bowling shoes.
Bowling shirts.
You gotta have the
or
it
for
comes
our
in
team.
a package.
For our team. I mean, so when I say that, we won't be playing.
And wristbands.
We won't be playing, but we'll be sponsoring.
Yeah. Can we have like an 80s Reebok headband, sweatband too?
Oh yeah, I'm there.
And this is required.
It's required.
If you're on the team, you have to
uniform. I like bowling jerseys. I also like baseball jerseys. Nice, very nice.
I do like the baseball cut. I do.
Very nice.
I agree.
The pinstripe look is just classy. You can wear that out on a nice date, to a nice dinner. The only jersey that you can do that you can't wear a football jersey is too baggy.
Yeah.
Basketball, no sleeves.
No sleeves.
Soccer, it's too freaking tight.
What's too tight?
That annoys me. Soccer jerseys. So freaking tight.
Yeah.
And they always first of all, soccer players, and I can say this because I played soccer as a Mr. McSpicy.
Yeah.
We have a great love for soccer, a very deep knowledge of the game. They're the puniest guys. They're not. Just the nature of that sport is about speed and agility, right? It's not about
Some of them are big, but those big players are put in specific positions.
Yeah, usually center back.
Their thighs and calves.
Yeah,
that's where it's at.
They're huge. So why not put them in bike shorts and have baggy shirts?
Yeah.
But instead, it's tight, muscle shirts with no muscles to show off.
I know that if you take your shirt off, you get a red card for celebrating.
That is true.
So maybe they're trying to make it very difficult to get the shirt off after you score.
Right? What's going on?
Yeah.
It's like giving muscle shirts to a bunch of prepubescent 12-year-olds.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna piss off a lot of people. No, I mean there are big players.
No, there are.
But there's it's very important to be fast.
No, you're
and
fast.
nimble.
You're fast and
those
agile
are usually smaller people.
You're not. I mean, JJ.
That's why they fly when they get touched with a finger.
JJ Watt is not going to play soccer. He's too big.
Dude, he would
as athletic as he is.
I don't know.
Put him as
dude. I don't know. I think you could put JJ Watt anywhere and he'll just dominate.
Dude,
you can imagine him as a goalie. Factor. Can you imagine him as a goalie? You're you get a breakaway and you're going up 1-on-1 against JJ Watt. That's intimidating.
I don't know.
He charges you you're not. I would.
Pass the ball.
Yeah, I mean, it would be intimidating, but he'd get called for fouls all the time.
Can the goalie get called for a foul?
That's true. They do kind of lean towards the goal.
Come out and punch,
when he
punch the ball and miss.
Jump up with your knee straight up in the air.
But by that logic, don't you want Mike Tyson as a goalie then, so he can come out?
I don't think he's
at
like
the ball.
Dude,
I would still shoot if Mike Tyson's was coming at me with JJ Watt. I'd back like he scares me.
Okay. Anyways, soccer uniforms, they're a little too tight for me.
Okay.
Also, I'm fat.
So bowling shirts.
Also, I'm fat and out of shape, so I just can't wear a soccer jersey. That's really what it comes down to. I'm just bitter that I can't wear. I have no abs, so I can't wear a soccer jersey.
I got abs. They're just in the garage.
Just taking some. They're retired.
Yeah.
I retired my abs years ago.
So Gears of War Season 2 kicks off. Gears 4, another Xbox One enhanced title, so you can be able to check that one. Actually looks very.
So I have never watched Gears as a pro esport. How is it? Does it play well? Is it really interesting to watch? How does it compare to like Halo? I feel like it would have a similar.
I've seen them and it's fun to watch, right? But I like watching like Halo a little bit more for my first person shooter.
Well, and I agree, but that's just because Gears is a much more different game for me.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
And I can understand Halo a lot more than I can understand Gears.
Huh.
Well, it's like when someone gets a headshot in Halo, like I'm like, dude, that was good. Yeah, because like it's precise, you know what I mean. Whereas in Gears, I mean, it's like if they have a sniper and get a headshot, it's pretty precise. But Gears is more.
It's different style that I'm not used to.
I want to say it's more shotgun style, but it's not real. I mean, it's different, but it's still fun to watch.
It's
just like most competitive games
that I have never mastered, and so I just understand less when I watch.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
Cars 2 expansion coming soon. It's called the Fun Pack.
Oh,
I believe it's going to come with 6 cars.
We're going with like a Hot Wheels thing that they're doing here, or what
no. It's just coming out with.
They're just coming out with fun.
Yeah,
fun
cars. It's fun. That's what it's supposed to be. So I didn't see the release date. Oh, that's right, because there is no release date. There's no release date yet, but I think they were saying hopefully before the end of the year.
Okay.
But be sure to check out the Fun Pack for Cars 2, and then of course probably the biggest one of the week. Destiny 2
major updates.
Yeah, which David and I had a little discussion before.
It got a little heated.
It did get a little heated.
Jordan swung at me once.
I
had to pull his shirt over his head and
David took his shirt off
and uppercut him like crazy. That's what I do, especially when we debate video games.
Well, because there was
I can see that.
Yeah.
No, so
we'll talk about it.
We got into a discussion because Destiny basically came out and said that they purposely, they did purposely throttle. Once you hit level cap, they slowed down the rate that you got XP at. And I just said,
that makes sense.
That's what Jordan said.
That's what I said.
But I said, I think
like,
they did it wrong. I think they did it wrong because I don't understand why you just don't talk again. Go across the hall and talk to World of Warcraft people.
But this is where I disagree with you.
Because why slow down the rate? Why not just make from, let's say, 50's level cap? From 50 to 50, so from 49 to 50, you need 500 XP. From 50 to 51, you need 10,000 XP. Like why slow down the rate? Why not just make it?
When you're level cap, it doesn't matter about your level anymore. You're going for gear, which is essentially your light level.
Okay.
All that level cap is it gives you those those bright engrams, which are cosmetic, and that's why I disagree with a lot of people.
So the reason this discussion came up is because it's theorized. A lot of people have theorized that they did that in order to force you to buy more
the bright engrams, which
are
currency.
But who cares about the bright engrams?
Well, that's what I say. And I don't mean to offend anybody. I mean, I know grinding can get frustrating, but that's not my focus at the end of the game. You know what I mean? My focus is to get gear and get light level. And honestly, if someone wants to spend $150 on cosmetic weapons, I don't care.
And this is true. Lions Den brings up a good point. He says, and this really was the issue because they admitted we weren't transparent like we should have been. We didn't tell you that you were gaining XP at a different rate. So he said essentially they were lying about the XP that you were earning.
But
the thing is, did they come out and like just deny it, or did they just not tell you?
Yeah, they just didn't tell you.
You can see it, right? Well, I guess in that game you really can't see the XP as it's. You can't see it as much, but it's pretty clear when you're not leveling up as fast.
Yeah.
It's
well, and I get what you're saying. Like they didn't.
Well, they just weren't.
It's kind of one of those things. Like we didn't lie, we just didn't tell you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I don't know. What I told David, and this is how I feel. And again, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I feel like the whole Star Wars debacle got really out of hand.
Oh yeah, no, that's a fact at this point.
and it's just kind of bleeding into some of these other games. That's just how I feel right now.
There is a petition out there. It was #1 on Reddit. There's a petition out there.
Hey, I actually read that article.
Star Wars away from EA.
Hey, I
think that is so.
No,
and they're like, they've just ruined Star Wars. Those people clearly didn't play Star Wars.
They obviously didn't play the game
because the game is really fun.
The game, it feels like a movie.
The game is really fun.
The game is amazing.
So I read that article and they did have some valid points.
Oh, what was there? Okay, what?
Like the first Battlefront, right? It didn't have many features, and they released more maps and stuff, like season pass wise and stuff like. They did their typical EA model, you know what I mean? Which I don't necessarily agree with, right?
Yeah.
They got a lot of people hyped up for Visceral, then closed Visceral. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
I get where they were coming from.
Sure. Just rubbed people the wrong way a little bit. But regardless, what push comes
but
to
no,
shove,
but Battlefront, I mean,
game.
I have this discussion with, some friends of mine. Like Battlefront 2, I don't agree with their loot box system, but the game itself is really fun. And now that they took the microtransactions out, I'm okay with everything, right? Like you got to earn your loot
They didn't take
boxes.
it out. They put it on hold.
Yeah, it's coming back in December or something like that from what I hear. But they can't be dumb enough to re-implement the same.
At least not in the same way.
Yeah,
sure.
There's
but
no
Destiny,
way. Yeah.
So Destiny, I don't think it was as big of a deal. But Jordan did mention he feels like basically people went after EA, got results. Now they're trying to go after Destiny in the same way. It feels like, and I don't doubt that there's some truth to that. It's kind of the outrage culture that we live in. But the good news is Destiny has said we betray. What did they say? We betrayed.
Well, and that's when I got a little
our long-term hardcore fans.
I almost was upset with Destiny. Like you betrayed. What are you talking about?
Well, they betrayed their long. They didn't focus. They gave the reasonings why they did it.
Yeah,
it was to ensure that you didn't get any more experience at a faster rate for doing hardcore grinding versus doing some of the other missions. So they basically wanted you to play the whole game.
Yeah, but where it gets me, and this is where I have trouble leaning either way, is that experience that we're talking about has nothing to do with any gameplay elements other than cosmetic stuff. Ornaments, emotes, stuff like that, right? So that's where it's like Overwatch. Someone dropped over $200 in Overwatch. It doesn't bother me because they just got cosmetic stuff. You know what I mean? It's not going to affect their play style.
It's not considered gambling in Belgium.
Yeah, or Hawaii.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just
what is good news is they have a bunch of updates coming.
Yeah.
That's super fun. That's super exciting. The big update is coming.
So there's a couple updates coming. One's on December 5th, the other's on December 12th. There's other updates that they're going to push later into 2018. The one I'm most excited for is a system called Masterworks.
Okay, what is that?
Which is pretty cool. So Masterworks, I'll just read you right off the page here. So we'll feature stat trackers, random re-rollable stat bonuses, unique item tooltips, and detailed screens, and then a little bit more.
So bring customization to your gear.
What I really like is the random re-rolls.
Yeah,
which I think will be really
Division
cool.
Does a good. That was one of the things that was really fun about Division. You could go in and re-roll items that you got and kind of soup them up that way. That's awesome.
Now, Masterwork weapons will have a few advantages over the baseline legendary weapons. So there's legendary weapons, and I think Masterwork is going to be the
top
kind
tier.
Of little, because I mean.
You're obviously going to have to collect all the materials that you need in order to reroll these things. So it's going to be hard to get. It's going to be the best of the best that put in the time to get these.
Yeah, so legendary weapons will drop as or be upgraded to become Masterwork versions, right? So, I mean, I'm sure on some of the harder difficulty stuff, you can get Masterwork dropped weapons, but you can,
make them Masterwork.
Make them Masterwork, right? Some of the stuff you can do, you can track and display the numbers of kills with that weapon. You can do total overall or just Crucible, right? So you can be like, I killed 8,000 people in the Crucible. Right? Which will be pretty cool. You can generate orbs for your allies on multi-kills, which is pretty cool.
So what was the number counter thing?
Just how many kills.
Where do you see that? Is it?
You can enable it, so you can track the display.
It's on this part of the
so
HUD?
On that Masterwork weapon, you can track and display how many kills you have with it. Total overall or only Crucible kills. So it's just a tracker. So
they did that in CS:GO, and I think it's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Yeah. Like it seriously keeps track of all your kills on the gun.
Well, I don't know if it's on the gun itself, but it'll be somewhere. Gun. Yeah.
So
only on Masterwork weapons, though.
Yeah. Well, that's why the weapons on some of the weapons, and that's why they were so expensive. That was a roll you could get on a weapon. I guess I can't remember how it worked, but you could see how many kills they have that weapon has killed, and I think
millions.
That is so cool.
That's just bragging rights right there.
I love that. I love that feature. I wish more games did that.
Yeah.
Generate orbs for your allies on multi-kills, which is really cool because now usually the only way you can generate orbs is by killing with your super. Now you can generate some with the masterwork weapons on getting those multi-kills, which is a cool little advantage, especially in raids, strike missions, stuff like that. Add weapon stat bonuses that are selected randomly from a small pool are rerollable. So that's what I'm really excited for.
So basically what we're getting is greater customization and more depth for it. Let's be honest. I'm probably never going to have a masterwork gun. I am the epitome of your casual Destiny player.
Masterworks drop from any source of legendary weapons for characters above 250 power.
Oh, I'm above 250. I'm there, baby.
Unwanted masterworks can be dismantled into materials that can upgrade existing legendary weapons into a masterwork.
So let's say you get a masterwork gun, but then to level up and customize that gun, I'm sure it's going to be a process, a grind. Yeah. And it should be. I think rightfully so.
Raids and trials of the 9 will have a very high chance. Weapons will have a very high chance of being dropped as master.
There we go. Because I know that's been a big complaint about the raid is that there are no special weapons necessarily to get.
Well, I feel like in Destiny 1 there was. I don't feel like there's what would you call them, namesakes. Like for example, in Destiny 1, it's like, oh, you got Fatebringer. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there was certain guns weapons that you really wanted. You know what I mean? Ooh. Like you knew the name when you heard it. You're like, oh.
Well, like I mean, Galahorn is one of the iconic ones, but Fatebringer was because that one blew up their heads and they exploded. But now that's on like any weapon you want.
Yeah,
that
I just feel like, or even there was one weapon, Xylo Supercell was the one I wanted badly. It was like an AK-47 looking weapon, only primary weapon to have arc damage on it, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like, I don't know. I just don't feel like that's really there in Destiny 2. And I think this system will help. You know
but don't you feel like stuff like that is for your hardcore crowd? And Destiny 2 has really not targeted the hardcore crowd.
Yeah, they're probably trying to. I
feel like now they're moving.
They're trying to broaden the audience.
Now they're moving, to satisfy, in my mind anyways, with these updates and what in their statement this week. Now it seems like now they're trying to focus more on their hardcore player base. Yeah, their true fans, the super fans.
No, I would agree.
I wish I was a super fan. I mean, I'm a super fan of the game, but I wish I was a hardcore player. I'm just not. I want to be. I just don't have the time. I don't have the discipline or the motivation to do it. I mean, it's taking it to a whole new level.
No, I think that's a really good point because it does feel like they've kind of just like Destiny 1 was such a huge success. They're like, okay, how can we open this up to a broader audience?
And I think they have done a good job of opening up to a
broader
audience.
I do as well. But you're right. I think they need to get that hardcore back, which I think stuff like this will do that, which will be a lot of fun. There's a lot of other cool updates coming, like new ornaments, which is great. In January, there are better incentives for players who complete challenges and prestige activities. So in January, they're looking to kind of incentivize you a little bit more, right? Private matches for Crucible, that will be starting early 2018. Crucible tuning, stuff like that. There's actually a lot of cool updates. The big ones are coming. I think the biggest one is probably the Masterworks. At least that's the one I'm most excited for because of the rerollable stats on weapons. Yeah. Very, very cool, though.
It's excellent. So if you're into Destiny, if all this talk of the updates, December is going to be a big month for Destiny. A lot of people are going to be jumping back in. If you're looking for a clan, you're looking for clans. Yeah. Come join us on Discord. Come join the XoneBros clan. There are weekly Rogue Havoc as one of the admins for Destiny 2.0. He does a great job of running Clab's MMA. Does a great job of running. Ronan does a great job of running people through the raids, through strike missions. Come and join us. It is so much fun to play that game with other people, and you get bonuses. You get rewards for being a part of a clan. If you need help, if you're looking for people to play with, Creed and Eve, there we go. Creed and Eve is another excellent person in the clan that brings people through. There's a Destiny channel right in Discord. That's the place to connect. Come join us. Super fun. And with that, it's time to move on to the portion of the show where we take questions. Again, Ben sounds, they throw me off.
Hold on. Bong!
This is the portion of the show where we answer your questions. To submit a question, you can do so every week over on Facebook. A post goes up, facebook.com/X1Bros. If you've not followed us there, please do so. I really wanted to discuss the question by Ken Corey. He submitted a question, and he said this: I've been playing Super Lucky's Tale, and I'm really enjoying it. I think it's a fantastic game, And then I went and looked at all the reviews, and they're so mixed, which made zero sense to me. What are some games you guys love that were blasted by the critics? Because this is not unique, and this is something that I have heard. And we talked about this a few weeks ago about Lucky's Tale, Super Lucky's Tale. I think this game suffers from releasing. It's being reviewed right up against Mario. They're considering them two games in the same genre.
And you're just
that's a tough.
It's like
one
me going against JJ Watt. I mean, you're just going against a juggernaut.
Football, right?
You know, that's hard.
And so I think Super Lucky's Tale is a good game, a really good game, but they're reviewing it in comparison to Mario. And so in comparison, it might be a 5. If you're talking about, people are saying the Mario Odyssey is one of the best Marios ever. I mean, think about that. That's a huge statement. Anyways, so there's mixed reviews. First game that sticks out to me is Titanfall, the original Titanfall. The hype was so huge. People expected so much from it. They were so excited. It was Respawn that did it. Everybody loved Call of Duty. This was the next big thing. This was the Call of Duty killer. It came out, and it got literally 5s and 6s. And that is an 8 or 9 game, easily. And can I say this about the reviews? This is a side tangent right here.
Yeah, go for it.
On fire. I feel like the 1 to 10 rating scale is flawed.
Well, because
there's too many numbers.
Yeah,
way too many numbers. And so, because when I watch some of these reviews that do the 1 through 10, and people will be like a 6, and it says good game underneath. And a 6 to me is not a good game. But when you think about it, a 6 is an above. If a 5 is your average, the 1 through 10 is too big. You need ABC. You need
1 through 5.
Buy, rent, or
sell.
Yeah, just don't get it.
Yeah, you need bad, okay, great, or bad, good, great. You just need. I think 1 through 10.
Do you like the 5-star system?
5-star is better. I feel like the stars are better. That gives me a little bit more accurate. 2 stars, no good. 1 star is really bad. 3 stars, okay.
Yeah.
Anything above a 3 is a really good game.
Yeah.
It's much more. A 1 through 10 system is just terrible. It's not a good.
Do you like the thumbs up, thumbs down system?
That's maybe a little bit too simplified, but I appreciate that.
Middle
is middle. I think would technically be an up. If you're a middle game, you're an up.
Okay, so you round up.
Always round up, never round down.
Okay,
unless I'm telling my wife how much something costs. Always round down. Could be $4.99, and I say, yeah, it's only $4.
I do that too. Yeah, I do that too.
No,
or 400.
No, what you do is you say it's $10, and she'll go, "What, for a candy bar?" And you're like, "No, just kidding. It's $5."
Yeah. Anyway,
and then she's like, "Okay, yeah, that's better."
Yeah, this way big side tangent, but Titanfall got ripped, and then as it went on, it's come to be seen very fondly by a lot of people. I love that game. Same with Titanfall 2. Lion's Den says it was overshadowed with when it was released completely. I mean, it was. That's just a fact. And Titanfall 2 is such a good game. It's such a good shooter. Really solid. Best shooting mechanics and a first-person twitchy shooter, in my opinion, competitive this year, easily. So Titanfall would be my game that I really enjoyed that got bad reviews, mixed reviews. Mr. McSpicy, how about you? Any games that you really enjoyed but got bad reviews?
I have a game that I played and a game that I haven't played yet but want to.
Okay.
So I'm going to say the one that I haven't played yet is Rise.
Oh, you've not played Rise?
No.
Oh, man, it's so good.
I have it.
Yeah, that one's fun.
It's on my backlist.
Yeah.
And I watched you play
that
it,
one should
and
be
that
an
last hallway
title.
scene
was
was so awesome.
It's so good.
But that game, if you remember, that game got hammered.
Yeah.
It got just hammered in everything.
I think the reason that game got hammered is because that was in the wake of the Xbox stuff. So they were just like, we hate Xbox, so we hate everything.
Yeah, because of E3.
Yeah.
Which is, I won't get it. I won't get into that. But the game that I played that I really like that is currently getting hammered is Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think that game is absolutely fantastic. The campaign's great. I think
you have made a bold statement and says it's in the running for Game of the Year for you personally.
Yeah. I mean, but we have games like Zelda, Mario Odyssey. This is a good year for gaming.
Oh yeah, it is.
But that shows that I really, really like Star Wars Battlefront 2. the campaign has nothing to do with any of the drama that's been going on in Belgium or Hawaii or wherever.
And all the drama's based around, it's not even around gameplay. It's just around the fact that those loot boxes were a broken system.
And I hate
right?
loot boxes.
No, yeah.
Loot boxes are the worst.
You admit it. You don't like the system. I don't agree with the system. David doesn't like the system, but the gameplay.
I actually do like loot boxes.
I hate them.
I meant that their system.
But I don't want
to
have to buy them.
In Overwatch, I seriously just do not open the loot boxes. I have tons just sitting there, and I do it. I don't open them out of principle.
I will say this. Speaking of another tangent here, speaking of loot boxes, I paid like $900,000 in Forza 7 credits to open up the biggest prize crate. So they have prize crates, but it's all in game.
Yeah,
that you do it. You can either buy your cars cash or prize crates with the chance to win like $1 million vehicles, super legendary rare cars.
This is fake money.
I got nothing. Nothing. I'm never buying a prize crate from Forza 7 again because that money's hard to. The money is hard to get.
Yeah. And
it's just more valuable to just save up and buy the car.
Yeah. What's nice about Forza 7 though is no real money purchases at all.
No real money. So, but I will say, after I lost it, I still had enough to get another one of the top ones, and I almost did because I was like, okay, I can get it. The chance there is just
it's like the claw machine.
It gets me every time.
Yeah. Well, and I feel bad. I mean, I personally, you guys have found some places to go look at reviews that you trust.
Yes.
I stay away from them, and I've stayed away from them for, I don't know, upwards of 6-7 years now.
Decades now.
I just don't look at reviews because the frustrating thing is on all these reviews and comments, like on YouTube, on Reddit, is I'm so glad you told me this. Now I'm not going to buy this game.
That's true.
It's a shame.
That is true.
And I mean, how many people did not buy Star Wars Battlefront 2 because of the whole ordeal? When that game is good, the gameplay in the campaign I loved.
Yeah.
It's like watching a Star Wars movie. And that frustrates me because that sucks that person wouldn't give it a chance because these people feel like they have a right to diss a game for something that's not even gameplay.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's so stupid. And what really bugs me, I don't play Madden. Should I review a Madden game? I hate sports games. Should I review sports games?
Yeah, no, and sometimes that happens. In fact, we have proof that has happened in reviews, which is why it's important to go find someone that you trust, you trust their judgment, that is fair, and they do exist.
I will never forget that. NCAA got a bad review.
He was like, "It's broken. These squiggly lines come up."
So the crowd, the crowd gets amped
game.
up, and they try to feature it like, "Oh, the crowd's getting loud, so it's harder to hear." When you call audible. So when that happens, the lines when you pull up your audibles go squiggly, and the guy was like, "And there's this weird squiggly glitch in the game." And it's like, no, that's not what that is.
He hammered it.
It was so.
Anyways, so I would say Battlefront 2 is
Battlefront 2 and Rise. For me, it was Titanfall. Games that we love that got bad reviews. Jordan, how about you?
Dude, I'm gonna say it. The first Destiny.
Oh,
that's a really good one.
It got hammered, and the world just said,
"Yeah."
They said, "F the man, we're playing it anyway." That game got hammered.
It got hammered a lot, and it was the number one played game
for like 3 years.
Months.
I love it when the people stick it to the man.
Because it was just so fun.
Yeah. See, I think that's one of the more recent ones, right? I have a couple back in the day.
That's probably one of the biggest ones of disconnects between reviews.
That one was funny. That's funny.
And scores versus popularity.
Well, it's
and
funny.
buying.
You look at you watch the review and you're like, oh, okay, 5 out of 10, all right. And then you turn on your Xbox and you got 13, 14, but everybody, every friend list, everybody on your friends list is playing Destiny.
Game stream media scratching their heads. Why is this game still doing so good?
Yeah.
We gave it a 4.
And what cracks me up is Bungie came out and they said, hey, don't review this game until the raid comes out. Give it a week, do your grinding, this and that. That's all we ask of you, right? Yeah. Day one, there's no content. I beat the game in 5 hours and then there's no content afterwards. It's like they just told you. They literally just said the raid is released in a week. It was just.
And remember strike missions took a while to get out too with that first release.
Well, and the reason they do that, same reason World of Warcraft does, is because you got to get ready for it, right? So they give you, there's your hardcores that are going to be ready in a day, right?
You got to have that.
But you got to get that. You want to get most of the community ready as possible so they can just hit it.
You got to have that Batman scene where he's suiting up.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. You're getting the gear.
Yeah.
You're putting your belt on. You're putting your gloves on. You know, you got everything that you need getting in the car.
Yeah, it's the
and
montage.
Now you can do you can do the raid.
Yeah, Jordan, that's probably the best example.
I remember
that's a good one.
Even reviewers that I there's a couple that I really like and I really trust. Even those guys, even you made the comment on. There's a few that we like and watch that they're like, why are you giving this game that kind of a score? Like it's really good.
Yeah. Well, the gameplay was just so fun. It still is. I mean, Destiny 2 nailed again the gameplay mechanics.
They did
it's just pure joy. That's the only way to describe it. You pick up your controller. It's responsive. It feels good.
As frustrating as you got, I think those are the best games. The games you get most frustrated in are probably some of the best games.
Well, because those are the games you care about.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. You're in 10 years, you're gonna be like, you remember the loot cave? You know what I mean? Like that. You went through that moment. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Krispy Kremer in chat says a lot of Ubisoft games take a lot of heat, but they're good about updating and bringing new things to their games that are already. I will say that's true.
I would agree with that.
I agree with that.
I would give that same credit to EA. I mean, they listened to the people and they got rid of loot boxes for Star Wars. But I feel bad for EA, man. Like, I feel like a lot of people hate them, which they do. And some points are valid that I can't really argue with, but I think they're trying. You know, like for example, this Star Wars Battlefront 3. I mean, it just
Battlefront
ridiculous.
2.
Battlefront 2. Sorry, thanks. It got hammered, right, because of the loot box situation. But Activision comes out and basically tells us, by the way, we patent a way to get more money from you, and no one really cared.
They cared, but
it wasn't like as big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel just because EA's name is behind that, it's almost like there's like when you see EA, you just get angry.
It's like
you know
the
what
Microsoft
I mean?
dollar
like
sign.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which by the way makes me so mad. I don't like
think that's
that.
as much of a thing anymore. But.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Anyways, great question. Thank you so much for writing in, Ken Corey. I thought that was a great question because we've all experienced it, and it's just a little disheartening. But Destiny, I think that's the best example by far. Jordan, great job. Brandon Arkin writes in, and he wants to know what are features on the Xbox or the Xbox One X that you guys use that aren't necessarily game centric. Some hidden features that you like that you could suggest to others to use, because there's a lot of them out there. What features on the Xbox One do you use that's not game centric necessarily, or is like a hidden feature?
It's
George
not.
looks like he's thinking now, but Mr.
No,
Spicy.
Do you have one? Because I have one.
Do you have one?
I do have one.
Okay, yeah, you go first. I have one too. So
I actually have two that I use.
Okay.
And I never really used it before, but Spotify and Pandora,
oh yeah,
the background music thing, it's awesome.
I like it.
Throw on your stations, listen to 80s smash hits.
Press play, press skip,
Yeah,
press pause.
it's great.
All you need.
It's it makes the games far more entertaining because I seriously in games I can only handle the music for about a half hour unless it's really good, maybe an hour and a half.
Witcher, did you change?
I mute music every chance I
Really?
get. The problem I had with Forza Horizon 3 is you cannot mute the music.
Well, you can turn off the radio.
There's like you're gonna listen.
But
to
that
music
happens.
whether
You have to do that every time.
Well, they did do a patch that you don't. So every time I log in, my radio is off. Well, because I'm streaming it.
But
I actually enjoyed the radio.
There's like a feature in the game that like the radio starts pumping and then you start getting more points and stuff. It doesn't go to 0. It goes to 1 and 10 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1.
But
it goes to 1 and that doesn't do anything. It sounds the exact same as 8.
True. That is true.
It doesn't change.
That is
Why
true.
even put that in?
But you can turn off the radio.
Same with Zelda. Nintendo screws you. They really don't give you any control.
So
in
what
the
do you do?
games.
What do you do for music how do you know you're not missing? Because a lot of music is there for mood, for atmosphere. A game like Witcher, a game like Skyrim, very single player heavy games especially do this. Utilize music for mood and atmosphere. Ori and the Blind Forest is a great example of that. What do you do in those cases? Is it you always turn off the music, or is it dependent on what types?
Every
of
time I turn off the music,
Really?
I think, and that's just because I can only handle repeat for about 45 minutes before I go crazy.
Did you turn it off in Ori and the Blind Forest?
Well, I think that game lasted about 3 hours for me.
Because Ori and the Blind Forest is not.
I think that
repeat.
game.
It's level music.
I think that game I lasted longer than any other game I previously have, because I mean, Gareth Coker. Yeah, I mean, heck, that music's really good.
Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto is different because it's a radio station anyways. And I don't even listen to the radio, like the
Talk
music
radio.
station.
Talk
Radio on
is
Grand Theft Auto
hilarious.
is fantastic.
So funny. Those are like well-produced shows, man. Fully produced shows.
No, yeah, I can't stand it.
Really? You don't feel that you're missing out on atmosphere though?
I've mentioned in the show I really like music.
Sure.
I really love music. I consider it part of what makes me happy in life. I'll walk into a grocery store. I'm like Sheldon. I remember the song that was played last week when I was shopping. I just listen to music wherever I am.
Yeah.
And when I'm gaming, it's this. If it's on repeat, if it's the same thing,
Sure.
it drives me crazy because I'm always paying attention to it. I think I'm music OCD. I don't know what that is.
What about that's a good one? What about Wolfenstein?
See, I haven't played
That's
Wolfenstein
like-
yet.
So remember
When you do
when you
something
watched me
awesome.
play? Yeah, let me tell
Well,
you.
that was so cool because there's nothing going on. You're climbing the thing.
And it kicks in,
And
and
then
it
it goes
happens all the time.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, it kicks in, and so that's where music is very specific to the scene that
But
you're
see,
doing.
they turn the music off too.
Yeah, they do.
That's important. If it turns off automatically and then only comes on in select parts,
Red Dead Redemption. Did you turn off the music?
well, that one it was off as well.
Yeah, that was off for a little
because they know how to get those games did a really good job at true pacing. You don't have to have music on all the time for
Sure.
it to make it work.
bit. Sure.
And then
Interesting.
what that makes the music just better.
No music in Forza 7. None.
See, and then I can
Just
play
the
my
sound
own
of your
music.
engine.
Why can't that one turn into a 0? For the love Forza Horizon 3, I love that game. That is,
Okay.
but that pisses me off. Let me mute it.
We got here because we're talking about features on the Xbox One.
I like Pandora,
and you like
yeah,
Pandora and
you can just-
Spotify.
It's really, and what I really like with the new overlay that we have,
Yeah, the new interface.
yeah, I like how you can just press the jewel down one, and then you can mute. It's really, and it's snappy. So you can quickly
is nice.
bump. I
It's-
can, in the middle of a competitive match in Overwatch, I can bump the song without.
Speaking, and also there,
hurting my team.
SoundCloud is there as well. You can do
Mhm.
that with SoundCloud, in which our podcast is on SoundCloud. So go over to listen while you're playing some Forza 7, some Madden. Listen to the
Yeah.
podcast. Just bring it up on SoundCloud there. Jordan, features. on
So
the Xbox One
not,
that you enjoy.
not by my own choice, but Cortana.
You like Cortana?
Well, no, but I've been using her.
Not by your own choice.
Well, because I don't know if
I get
well,
what
no,
you mean though.
yeah, because like sometimes you'll be playing and sometimes she just pops up and you're like, what the, like, what are you doing? You know, like I think we've,
WTF?
I don't know if it's a glitch,
Dude,
but
it
I've
happened-
experienced
okay,
a couple times.
It happened to me yesterday
and I
in a race.
Well, okay,
You can't turn. It goes off. You can't
Yeah.
control the game anymore.
check this out though. So right before we played
that
Forza,
would
actually,
suck.
you logged in and I was getting ready to quit whatever game I was in or whatever,
Okay.
and Cortana just randomly popped up, and I was like, and I was getting mad and gonna delete it, and then I was like, invite XoneBros to party, and it sent it, and I was like,
Oh, well, there you go.
okay. Like I don't like being forced to do stuff, but in that case, it worked out. You know,
They-
like
It's trying to anticipate.
it was-
that you
maybe,
wanted
yeah.
to do that.
I mean, I don't.
what triggers that? What makes
I
that
think
happen?
on the Xbox One X, I haven't went and turned her off in the settings, but I think I transferred my settings, so she should already be turned off. But I have heard from our brother and a friend of mine that she does randomly come up sometimes. So I wonder if it's just
A
a
glitch or
bug
something?
in the system.
I turned her off like
It's the rampancy that's getting her.
Immediately.
The rampancy. I think she's just coming up
the
random.
rampancy.
Yeah, you guys played Halo 4 when the rampancy. She's just coming up random. She's not doing what she's supposed to.
Oh,
Just
because
glitch-
yeah,
she's
she's
glitching out.
glitching
Glitching
out
out the
because she's at
rampancy,
the
so-
nearing the end of her.
her life cycle,
lifespan.
if you will.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But yeah, so not by choice, but I have been using that one occasionally
And it was
when she
effective.
pops
How
up.
long has she been around on Windows? Since Windows 10, right?
Yeah,
I think
since
she
Windows
launched
10.
with Windows 10, maybe shortly after.
How long has Windows 10 been around?
few years now.
Not 8 years.
Not 8. Okay, because
Yeah.
we should be getting. I wonder what
Yeah,
happens
no,
in 8
no.
years if she starts getting that glitch.
Well, there you go. Great question, Brandon Arkin. Nick writes in and says, with the mountain of games coming out and needing to be played, how do I manage this mountain? I have about 5 games waiting to be played. Assassin's Creed is my current obstacle. I have a strategy that I've been implementing the last few weeks. Well, basically this week is when I started.
Just
So-
play Minecraft.
So this week, just play Minecraft. No, I am playing games. So I stream every morning. So I play whatever game I feel like playing that game. That is how I've been traditionally doing it. However, I've decided this week I'm going Minecraft for 1 week. Boom. That's it. Hitting it. I've gotten a lot done. I've really enjoyed it. Next week is going to be my Forza 7 week. I'm doing all Forza 7 all the time. The week after that might be Wolfenstein for 1 week. And so I think it's better to go 1 week stints, multiple day stints, instead of like in the morning I'll play this, at night I'll play this. And at least for me, the way my mind works, and everybody's different, but the way my mind works, I think I'm knocking out a lot more. I'm getting a lot more done. I'm diving into the game a lot deeper. And because it's consistency over a span of day instead of like one off here, you can't really dive in and sink your teeth in. The 1 week, that would be my advice. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm going 1 week projects.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I'm going to beat the game in a week. And if I want to extend that, I can go 2 weeks, and then I can always just go back and forth. I think it's keeping me from burnout, and I think it's just enabled me to dive in and just sink my teeth right into it. That would be my advice.
That's good advice, because my advice is terrible because I have the same problem. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I've just really been enjoying it.
Especially when you have a drug in your life called Overwatch that pulls you away from other games.
So the reason that I started doing this is because this is what happened to me over Thanksgiving break. I would literally go 10 minutes in Thumper, because let me tell you, Thumper is a good time. You've got to play it. Mr. McSpicy, you would love Thumper. I know you would.
Okay.
It's right up here. Your mind is like that. It's very like repeat, memorize, repeat, rinse, repeat, go,
okay,
boom.
gotcha.
It's just so cool. I'd go from Thumper to Evil Within to Wolfenstein, all in the span of 30 minutes, and just be jumping around. And it's like, I don't know what I want to play it all. I want to play it all. So just gotta 1 week, give myself 7 days. This is what I'm doing this week, and then you can come back in like 2 weeks and do it again. But that way you're getting story, you're making progress. I think that's damn good advice. Jordan, do you have Jordan's strategy is beat a game and then go to the next one, and that's probably the best strategy.
But he keeps going back. Jordan is like, if we were all just wealthy, if we were just rich, Jordan would be the guy that orders everything on the menu, and then eats a piece of this. That's really good. Eats a piece of this, and then goes back, and then he'll just taste everything.
He's good. I just don't know. Jordan is the best person, the most efficient game player that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I don't know
it's inspiring.
Anyone. Because, for instance, McSpicy, you and Jono play the same, where when you're in, you are all in.
Yeah.
But you still don't get as much games. Like, that's really good at getting really good at a game right now. Jordan is really good at knocking out games and beating them all the way through. I can't do it.
But see, I feel like I'm that way too. I feel like when I beat a game, I beat it and I'm done.
This is true.
But Jordan is able to go back to those games.
He is.
You're able to just go, I wanted
this event is happening this week. I'm jumping in, and then he jumps.
In my head, I check it off. I throw it away.
Yeah,
I'm done with it.
Yeah, that's the best. That's the best way to do it. Anyways, great question. All of us are suffering from that right now, Nick. Thank you for writing in. Last but not least is Rob Kramer, aka Free Radical, who I've been stealing his material. Actually, I stole it last night with my dad. You guys heard about the giant who had diarrhea?
No.
Your dad told me this joke today.
It was all over town. Oh, man, I love that joke. That's Free Radical. I'm stealing his material there. Free Radical says, are there any games you would like to see as augmented reality? He says maybe PUBG, augmented reality. Any games you'd like to see as augmented reality? So that's not VR. It's augmented.
Reality, yeah.
So like Minecraft with the HoloLens, that's augmented reality.
Yeah, it's using your surroundings and then putting cool things with
your
surroundings.
I think Minecraft would cause issues though.
I think, ready for this, I think this is how you revive board games. Like Risk.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah,
would be so cool. Chess,
Yeah, that would be cool.
Oh, Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl would be sweet in augmented reality.
Yeah. What was the question, by the way?
What game do you want to see in or what game would you want to play in augmented reality?
I would imagine.
XCOM?
Could you imagine a game of StarCraft?
Oh,
it would be like Ender's Game in the movie.
I know.
Yeah, he'd
It'd be like, what do they have to do? Your APM.
It'd be too intense.
Yeah. Do you think if you did Minecraft, like you'd start breaking things around your house?
What do you mean? Like, do you think the TNT would actually blow
up
your house?
No. Like, you're like, oh, dirt. And you like go to hit it and you're like, oh, shoot.
No, because you're still in the augmented reality. You're still using the controller.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's not. Maybe sometime in the future we could be having the Power Glove.
It's gonna come back, man.
The Power Glove is the greatest thing. You know, do you remember when HoloLens was first like advertised? How they were it was showing like a plumber explain how to fix pipes and stuff.
Yeah.
That's where the real magic's gonna happen.
Well, when they
Ooh.
rose
Could you imagine?
Minecraft off the table in HoloLens, that was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Wanted 245. How about a bowling game? Now bowling and
would be
augmented
good.
reality. Oh, I'll take it one step
No
further.
more broken TVs from your Wiimote.
Yes, no more.
Hunting in the forest.
Oh, hunting in your room.
Hunting 2019.
Here's one.
Trophy hunter.
Prominence poker. Augmented
Oh,
reality.
yeah.
A poker game and augmented
You like sit at the
reality.
table?
Euro truck simulator.
Oh, now things are just getting crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grand Theft Auto.
Anyways,
Yeah.
great question. Thank you so much, Free Radical, for writing in. That does us for the day, everybody. Another great episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget, if you want to support the show, please go like us and subscribe to us on iTunes. They're the big boys. Review us there as well if you haven't already. It really helps us out. Mr. McSpicy, what will you be up to and where can people find you?
I'm on Twitter at Mr. McSpicy. Gamer tag is Mr. McSpicy as well. You can follow me there. I want to play. I'll try to play Wolfenstein.
Boom. Yes. Oh, I'm so excited. Jordan.
Jordan the Man XOB everywhere, and I'll just be playing games.
It doesn't matter.
variety.
Everything and anything. I am X1Bros everywhere. Please feel free to follow me. I will be in Minecraft. Winter Wonderland, baby. Let's do this. We will see you guys next week. Have a good one.